Is the keto diet bad for your kidneys? Will keto kill your kidneys and then kill you? This is a valid question. There's an article out there in the tabloids right now about an Indian actress who passed away. I think that much is true. And it's been reported in the news stories that she was eating keto, and this is what caused kidney failure and ultimately her demise. Let's talk about the ketogenic diet and your kidneys. I'm Dr. Ken Berry, a family physician with 20 years of clinical practice. And this video is going to help you understand the ketogenic way of eating and your kidney health. So currently, the truth of the matter is we don't know any of the details of this poor, unfortunate young lady's medical case. We don't know of what pre-existing conditions she had, what medications she was taking, and we don't even know what she considered to be a ketogenic diet. Many people out there who've been duped think that keto means you eat whatever you want to and then take some exogenous ketones, and that's keto. We don't know any of the facts about this case. We just know the inflammatory, click-worthy headlines. Both I and many of my colleagues in the low-carb community are looking into this case, and we hope to find out more information to share with you. But currently, all we know is that the actress says she was eating keto and that she developed kidney failure and ultimately succumbed. I've done several videos on this channel about how a ketogenic diet actually improves your kidney function and doesn't harm your kidneys in any way. I'm going to put links. They'll pop up somewhere in this video, and I'll also include them in the show notes. I've also linked to a large amount of research data and research studies down in the show notes below to help ease your mind that keto is not going to kill your kidneys, nor will it kill you. I want to help you understand this by doing a little thought exercise. So I live in Tennessee in the United States, and when I was a young boy growing up, there were 3 dialysis clinics in the entire state. There was one in Memphis, one in Nashville, and one in Knoxville. And that served the entire population of Tennessee at that time. So you can see that kidney function back in the 1970s was pretty darn good in chronic kidney disease and kidney failure, and the need for dialysis was very, very rare. Now, over the course of the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and the 2010s, now we've come to the point where there's over 120 dialysis clinics in the state of Tennessee here in the United States. That's a 4,000% increase in the number of dialysis clinics over those few decades, while the population of Tennessee is only about doubled in that time. So obviously something during the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s was going on. Do you think everybody in Tennessee in those 4 or 5 decades were all eating keto, and that's now why we need so many dialysis clinics? Indeed, you can go to the average small town in Tennessee and there's a dialysis clinic on just about every street corner. It's sad, but it's true. The need for those dialysis clinics did not come from Tennesseans eating a ketogenic diet and killing their kidneys. The reason that we have all these dialysis clinics in Tennessee now is because people have been eating a diet rich in sugars, in grains, in vegetable oils, in processed carbohydrate treats and breads. This is what has led to the kidney failure epidemic that Tennessee, and probably your town as well, your state as well, is suffering from. Both myself and hundreds of low-carb doctors and dietitians and other healthcare providers have seen multiple examples of how a very, very low-carb or ketogenic diet or even a carnivore diet can improve kidney function. We've seen multiple people go from a stage 3 chronic kidney disease and reverse their kidney failure back to a stage 2. We've seen stage 2 go to stage 1. We've seen stage 1 kidney patients go back to having normal kidney functions eating a ketogenic diet or even a carnivore diet. So I've seen absolutely no evidence that the ketogenic diet does any damage to the human kidney whatsoever. We think that the pervading fear of the ketogenic diet with regards to kidney function comes from a couple of myths. The first one is that eating a diet that's too high in protein is bad for your kidneys. Now, this is a complete and utter myth. There's no research to back this myth up whatsoever, but it's a very resilient myth in the medical community. Many doctors, many dietitians, many healthcare providers believe that a high protein diet will harm your kidneys, or at least that it's hard on your kidneys. But when you actually look at the research, and if you question your healthcare provider and say, well, why do you think that eating protein hurts my kidneys? What research do you base that on? You're going to hear crickets chirping, and you're going to see kind of a confused stare on your healthcare provider's face, because there is no evidence that supports that at all. There are multiple examples of societies that ate moderate protein diets and high protein diets that had wonderful kidney function. Weston Price would go in and look at these indigenous cultures that ate either a moderate protein ketogenic diet or a very high protein ketogenic diet. And then other explorers as well and medical researchers would go and look at Inuit tribes and tribes in northern Russia and northern Scandinavia. These people ate nothing but fat and protein, and they never had a complaint of a kidney stone or of kidney failure or shown any signs of kidney disease whatsoever. Many healthcare providers believe that eating a high protein diet or a diet rich in meat will cause you to have kidney stones. And they're wrong about that, but they are right about worrying that any diet that causes kidney stones can lead to kidney damage. That's absolutely true, but it ain't the meat doing it. I've actually got a YouTube video on this channel about kidney stones and what diet prevents kidney stones and which diet actually makes kidney stones more likely. I'll have a link to that video. But the truth of the matter is that it's a diet that's high in carbohydrates, high in fructose, and that causes chronic inflammation in your diet, in your body. That's the diet that increases your risk of kidney stones, not eating a meat-rich diet. Again, in case you missed it, I've got tons of research links in the show notes below to help you understand, and also perhaps to help your healthcare provider understand that a moderate or high protein ketogenic diet doesn't do anything harmful to your kidneys. In fact, it's actually very healthy and very good for your kidneys. Those links are down in the show notes. If you have a friend who's eating low carb or keto or carnivore or ketovore and they're worried to death about this news article, could you do me a favor and your friend a favor and share this video with them? So hopefully I can help to calm their nerves. They have nothing to worry about eating a ketogenic diet if the ketogenic diet that they're talking about is full of real whole foods, one ingredient foods, lots of fatty meat, plus or minus a little veg. That is the healthiest diet in the world, and that's why I've started calling it the proper human diet. If you haven't already done so, please take 1 second and click that subscribe button and the little bell button right beside it, so every time I produce and post a video like this, you'll be one of the very first people in the whole wide world to know about it. Hope this video helps. This is Dr. Barry. I'll see you next time.